I guess, we'll just cut to the chase. John Cena turned heel. John Cena, the guy who's been a babyface for like 20 years, he kicked Cody Rhodes right in the penis.
Right, and
And
the
then he
jewels.
proceeded to just, I mean, some of those shots with the belt were brutal. He was cracking
Absolutely
it against
brutal.
his skull. And yeah, The Rock gave him like the Goodfellas type of order to like, all right, let's take this guy out. Cody doesn't want to join up on Team Rock. And apparently he had a plan B, and his plan B was John Cena.
I was screaming. And then I was just texting you like, "Oh my god, oh my god, you need to watch. Oh my god, you need to watch."
Yeah, I feel like I have to process this because like
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually real. Like, if it was that
yeah,
AI, like, is it really? Is this really how they're gonna send them off?
this is for people that like don't watch wrestling, they will not understand. This is like a historic moment. This is
Yeah,
we kind of, just accepted like, yeah, he's never gonna do the heel turn. Like it is what it is. He's had a great
yeah,
career, whatever. And like he's finally doing it.
yeah.
He's going big. He's gonna kick the
Real big.
he low blowed him. He low blowed him. He beat him down. Yeah, there's no misinterpreting. This was a full heel turn.
Yeah.
He's on team Final Boss. Uh yeah. They really found a way to make this whole Cody Rhodes title run a lot more interesting now. It was definitely getting a little bit
Yeah.
boring. And now he's gonna have to face John Cena with The Rock in his corner. What?
Unbelievable.
What? What?
I like all I have to say was just like utter shock and disbelief. Um, I will be tuning in tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Monday for Raw for sure.
Yep. Yep.
Obviously, the speculation of Mania is gonna go wild. It's hard not to just like fantasy book what they're gonna do next. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just gonna flat out say like he's got to bring back the thugonomics offense, right? Because like that was the line that he was between
Yeah.
tweener, heel, babyface.
Yeah.
People liked it, some people didn't. They found him obnoxious, but I guess that's kind of where like the tweener shit came from, was
Definite
him, because
tweener.
he just like did the like the he was walking that line of
Yeah.
heel
Yeah.
and face for all those years as Thugonomics, Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena, making these outrageous, stupid, very insensitive, and definitely not PC stuff anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I think he's gonna shave his head. Like that's what they were waiting for.
Mm.
That's why like he let the bald spot go. He's gonna like come out with a shaved head.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna look a little like Boston. Don't forget, this
Or
guy's from
even
Boston.
what if he just went back to like the really short hair that he used to have, like back in the day,
Oh,
like
like the buzz
military
cut.
cut
Yeah,
Cena?
military cut Johnson. I mean, that's fine too. He
You could
should do
pull
that.
that off, like the fade, and then like, okay, you have like a bald spot, but it doesn't look as bad because he doesn't have like long hair.
Yeah, I don't like The Rock is bald because I think he stopped growing hair too. So,
Yeah,
could be a choice too. I don't know.
this
Uh
is nuts, dude.
I
John
yeah.
Cena, John Cena,
Make a wish guy.
Make a Wish guy, Big Match John, Fruity Pebbles T-shirts.
Scooby Doo.
He's a bad guy now. That's nut. That's so. Oh, it's crazy. Like they were kind of hinting a little bit when he just inserted himself into the match and everyone else had to qualify.
Yeah.
But like I will say it's weird to see it actually happen. It's like really weird.
Hmm.
He he fully turned heel, stepped on Cody's head, rose the, belt. He's gonna win his 17th championship, right? This has to be where this is going.
I don't know. I really don't know.
How do you stop The Rock and John Cena? And then a year ago, John Cena was there to like
Save
help
him.
Cody Rhodes win. Yeah, there's
But
gonna need to
long-term
be.
booking, man. Long-term booking. He
Yeah,
could be just like, yeah, I did this for my own accord.
yeah. I I don't know. I think this is probably a lot of reactions are like stunned. Uh, there's always something weird about wanting something for a long time and then actually getting it, because at a certain point you kind of give up. You're like, it's not
Yeah.
gonna happen. Um, and then it did happen, and I have so many questions, but in a good way, in a like I'm interested.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm like on his Instagram, and he posted like a picture of Big E on his Instagram, and I'm like, was that telling? Was that one of the signs?
I I I don't know what John, man. I really don't know. This is it. I will say, this feels a little rushed
You think
in the
so?
sense that WrestleMania is in a month,
Mm.
and when they ran the program last year that got a lot of people invested, it ran for almost 2 months, so twice
Mhm.
as long. I could see that maybe having been a little too much time, so maybe they thought like, okay, this is a good way to make sure we get John on TV every week for the
Mhm.
next month, as opposed to needing to book him every week for the next 2 months. It's a little bit easier for his schedule. I don't know. Hate to pull the curtain back too much here. But so there's a part of me that's like, damn, this is kind of rushed. But at the same time, like, maybe that's what this like story needs with Cody, is like just some. Oh my god, I hate that I'm about to make this pun because it's not intentional, but it needs some adrenaline. It needs
Mhm.
some adrenaline. Like, it needs a shot in the arm, something to like get us all really hyped for like a big, crazy main event. Because last year's main event was Avengers Endgame. It was
Mhm.
insane. And there's matches at least at WrestleMania are going to be compared to the thematic elements of that match, the cinematic aspect of that match for a long time. So like this now
Yeah.
feels like, okay, these are pretty high stakes. Like, what's Cody gonna do now? Yeah.
What is he really gonna do now? Cause like, boy, like who's he gonna call? Oh, I mean, I don't think Dustin's gonna. I think he's still with AEW. I don't know what the contract's up
Yeah.
there. I know he has a supporter in Ricky Starks down in NXT.
Right.
I don't know. I'm interested to see what they do. Honestly, I'm back in. I'm invested. Not that I wasn't invested. It's just like I was like, yeah, we'll see where it goes, and I'm liking where it's going. You got me, like you do, like you really, really do.
Yeah, they got us, man. They reeled us back in.
Mhm.
I think, and this is not a bad thing. This is more like to complement the gravity of this type of story. This completely overshadows everything else happening with WrestleMania.
Mm.
It happened last year. I get it. Like, some years there is just a story so big that you don't really even have to focus too much on the rest of the show. Because last year they ran a two-part, story over the course of both nights. This feels like just massive. I mean, this is three of the biggest stars in the company, all involved in the same main event angle, all involved in the same like television angle now for the next month. It's
Yeah,
gonna be hard to pay attention to anything else. I mean, no offense to Jey Uso, who I love,
I'm
and
happy for
Gunther, who I love, but like, yeah, we are back to officially feeling like there's only one big title. Like, there's only one main event. This is huge. This is huge. I really don't know what to say.
yeah. I like it's yeah. You're lost for words, and like, what can you do other than just like go with the flow, enjoy the
Yeah,
ride? I mean,
enjoy
if
the
yeah, if you're
ride.
like a a huge babyface fan and you liked babyface Cena all your life. I get it. Sucks to be you. But it is what it is, and deal with it now. I'll be honest, like seeing it, like I was like, no way, they're doing it. They're fucking doing it.
Yeah.
And I got pretty loud, scared the dog,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, God, why am I not watching with people right now? Dude, we're
I
like,
know we should have gone like we did to the fucking Royal Rumble. Oh well.
yeah, and just stand up. But
Yeah.
to be in the room, to be in that crowd, to see that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But it's all good. It was nice to see that happen because I think uh, it just says John's been listening all these years. Obviously,
Yeah.
he knows, and he never forgot, which I respect. And I just have to say it, at least for now. Kudos to The Rock and John for recognizing they need to do something. Not that I think they were desperate to do anything, but this elevates. And yeah, like you
Yeah.
said, it sucks um for like Jay and Gunther. I feel like this definitely overshadows them a lot. But
Yeah.
um that's why they do 2 nights now. You know, I'm sure that their match will be a banger.
Oh yeah.
Um yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping it still is a banger. There's a lot of dream matches and bangers, but go out of your way to watch this pay per view because it was a solid pay per view overall. The women's
Yeah.
match was pretty good. The unsanctioned match was probably my favorite.
That was
The,
phenomenal. That was actually
the
phenomenal.
and I got to watch pretty much the entirety of the Elimination Chamber men's, and it was it was a very solid um, chamber match. Highly
Yeah.
recommended. This one's definitely going to be memorable with the ending. It's up
Yeah.
there with even though like you're like it was not for I guess you could call WWE fans kind of casuals because they weren't watching NXT. But when Ciampa turned on Johnny, that was crazy.
Yeah. I
That
would
was
also say Sammy hitting Roman with the chair a few years ago.
yeah.
WWE uploaded that full match, which the full match is Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But, like they uploaded that match, and the title of the full match was Sami Zayn turns on Roman Reigns. So like they're fully aware what the bigger
Yeah.
part
Yeah.
of these
Yeah.
stories are. I did want to say, and I'm curious how you feel, but like there's a part of me that felt like kind of sad watching it. So I was like,
Yeah.
damn, he
No,
really turned heel. Like
he really sold his soul.
the good guy John, fucking like you said earlier, the Make-A-Wish guy.
Yeah.
He turned bad.
I think like there are people who not that they genuinely believe it's real, but like they're on like on that level of close that this is real to them,
Yeah, very
and then or
emotionally invested
yeah,
in
they're
all of
emotionally invested, and there's kids who grew up watching this man,
it.
and they probably still rooted for him, or maybe not, but like they they didn't mind that he was whatever good, or maybe at
Yeah.
one point they started booing him, but listen, I love John Cena too. I loved him. I'm happy I wasn't around during the Super Cena days because yeah, I would have hated him too. But yeah,
Yeah.
when that flag came out, like this is the last run for the Rumble, I got emotional
Yep.
deep down
Yep.
inside. But then watching this, I'm just like, I don't know if I like this, but like to question it in a way that I'm like, wait, this is genius, but also wait, don't do that. It's like it's
Right. Yeah, like
perfect.
John, what are you doing, John?
It's like
John, this isn't you.
this isn't you. It's like it's not real, but it's also real. But like, stop, don't. That
Yeah.
man has a family. Also,
Oh,
Cody got brutalized.
dude,
It,
they brutalized
as
him.
soon as you said that, I was like, oh, you hit the money on it when you said the the gifts and
The
stuff.
way they framed
It's
the
the,
shot, man, with John Cena right behind him, and I'm like, why do I feel like Cody is Joe Pesci in Goodfellas right now? This doesn't look very good.
why do I hear boss music right now?
It just like I will say, someone on Reddit or TikTok or something, they were like going over like what's gonna happen at WrestleMania, and someone was like, instead of Cody, what if instead of them doing like a Stone Cold,
Mhm.
aligns himself with Vince McMahon, what if they do John Cena turns on Cody at Mania and aligns himself with The Rock? And I was like, I would never have even considered that as a possibility.
I didn't even
That's
consider it now.
that is how unlikely it was that
Mm-hmm.
John Cena would ever turn heel. Is like the thought never crossed my mind that he would. It's like this was such a good misdirect. Is like they build the whole thing around what is Cody gonna do that you completely are not even expecting somebody else to take the
Mm-hmm.
offer. I don't know, man. They cooked again. Chef Trips is back.
Yeah.
Uh, say what you want about some of these smaller storylines, but when it comes to the big
Yeah.
angles, this man does not miss. It
Cooking and the chef Paul Levesque.
Yeah, and you know what I feel like it is worth mentioning is like this is the first example uh of a non-bloodline story
Mm-hmm.
being the biggest thing in the company.
Right.
Because there was a long time, obviously, Bloodline ran for like 4 or 5 years straight, where it was just like the only thing really on TV that they were focused on for
Mm-hmm.
good reason, because that storyline was amazing. But there were a lot of people that were like, well, what did is that it? Can they do other stories, or is it just Bloodline stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And like Roman wasn't even on the show, Solo wasn't on the show, Jacob wasn't there, Jimmy and the whole Bloodline wasn't on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, I guess, an example of them being like, we can book other gigantic storylines that you're gonna get invested in that don't involve the bloodline. This was a pretty good uh, show of evidence that that's possible, because like this is huge. This is all anyone's gonna be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, this is massive. I can't understate how insane of an event this is. And like you said, like I'm just as excited for Raw now, which I don't really watch weekly unless I
Mm-hmm.
hear there's like a really good TV match. Maybe I'll tune in,
Mm-hmm.
or like a good promo. But like now, I'm like, I need it to be Monday right now. I need answers. Someone has fucking tell me why John Cena did this. Like I miss that feeling. That's how we felt about a lot of the Bloodline stuff week to week, and yeah, it definitely. Part of me now thinks like maybe they're experimenting with like when they pushed Mania back into April, I thought like, oh, maybe it's so they could have a longer build between like the Rumble and Mania. But now I'm like, maybe it is kind of good that the Mania build is kind of short. Like it really is only 4 weeks. I mean, obviously they had the Jay Gunther stuff ready for I
Mm-hmm.
guess a couple months now, but the main build to Mania is like only going to be a few weeks and then the show. Um, and that means that we are in for some high octane television over the next month. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
I'm excited too, man. I'm excited and glad we got to do this real quick because yeah, I think it's also good to because it is like it's crazy. It is
It
crazy.
is.
He's never in like he's done it to cheat. He's done it to cheat to win, but like as a good guy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
aligned himself with like a bad guy, I guess, unless he
Yeah.
was forced to because
The
of Teddy Long
authority.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but he flat out like he went psycho killer mode. Like I'm going to end your bloodline, end your reign, end your
Yeah.
career before mine's over. That's how it came
Dude.
off.
Yeah, and they
Bloodthirsty.
man, they spent like I don't know if you saw any of SmackDown, but they spent all of SmackDown
Mm.
around different people that Cody has that had been a part of Cody's career. They spent the whole episode
Jesus.
with
Sounds like a
them
funeral.
all trying to talk him out of it, being like, "Hey,
Mm.
man, why would you take that offer?" Like,
Mm-hmm.
and so it just made it even more of a swerve
Mm-hmm.
that he's not the one that took the offer. Ah, it
Yeah.
was all really well done. Uh, even if the like John Cena heel turn idea has been out there, although I hadn't really heard it outside of, random comments. Uh, it's still a really well done misdirect. Um, and like I think a lot of people had said like Cody and Cena doesn't really work unless one of them's bad,
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise it's just two smiling Superman baby faces. And like we saw that with Shinsuke and AJ at WrestleMania, and it was boring as shit. Like there's no build. Um, so now we have a build. We have a
Yeah.
bad guy. Like it's old classic wrestling. Good guy, bad guy, big scary faction supporting the bad guy. How's the good guy gonna win? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What a show, man. What a
What a
show.
show. What a show. Glad I got to watch and tune in. I was like quite literally, me and Chris were just playing Rivals and like, Mission Chamber on tonight? Because I was out of the country for about a week. Was in Mexico. Suck it, Canada. Warm weather, baby. Fuck New York. Just kidding. Um, yeah, so really excited. Can't wait for the road to WrestleMania has officially really begun now.
It's really begun now.
It's
Hell
really
yeah.
begun there. Can't wait to go on this wild ride with you, man, and with all
Yeah.
you beautiful people out there. So we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.